In this video, we're going to talk about how to start an Airbnb and rent-to-own business right from home to control and own many properties. Let's get started. Hey everyone, I'm Rinde from AskRinde, and welcome to the #1 community for real estate, income, and credit. So if you'd like to know how to start an Airbnb and rent-to-own business right from home to control and own properties in multiple states, make sure you watch the video to the end. Leave a comment below if you need help with anything. Now before we get started, it's important to know that I teach and share with you of how to control real estate, oftentimes without using much or even any of your own money. Now, an Airbnb and rent-to-own business in the way we do it is an ideal work-from-home real estate-based business because all you need is your phone, your laptop, and Dabu, which is an e-signature service that we use. As creative real estate entrepreneurs, we do Airbnb and rent-to-own without owning any debt on property. Now, how many of you know it's possible to own real estate without you owning the debt on that real estate? And that's put us in a position to be able to own and control multiple properties across multiple states all across the country. Now, in order to set up your Airbnb and rent-to-own business from home, generating a full-time income of 5 figures, 6 figures, and beyond, there are 3 steps I'd like to share with you that are going to be core pillars for your business. So it's important to know how to set up your business properly and correctly from the beginning. So the normal way many do Airbnb is to lease or buy a property, fix it up, furnish it, and put it on Airbnb for bookings. Ideally, it's taught that you do this through an LLC. And in order to use that LLC, there are a few things that you're going to need. You're going to need your LLC documents, you're going to need your EIN, your business checking, and you're going to need your Dun & Bradstreet number. Now, the Dun & Bradstreet number is your social security for your business. It positions your business to basically be a guarantor, stand on its own, because it has its own credit worthiness. The problem with this is that when you actually go to lease a space or to buy a property, they're going to be looking at the seasoning or the years that that business has been established using that Dun & Bradstreet number. So just like your regular Social Security that requires seasoning, your Dun & Bradstreet number is going to have to be seasoned. Your business credit will require seasoning to be able to purchase a property, to lease a space. In fact, some apartment buildings actually want your Dun & Bradstreet number to have 2 years worth of seasoning. So that actually is a big hurdle when you're looking to try to do things the normal way in facilitating starting an Airbnb business and venturing into this part of real estate. And another problem with the normal way of doing business with Airbnb, with leasing or buying properties for Airbnb, is that as we saw with the pandemic, that things actually shut down because Airbnb is a transient business, meaning that no travel, no bookings. So in essence, people actually took these leases out or they bought these properties to put on Airbnb exclusively, and they got stuck. Because when things shut down, when municipalities shut down, when states shut down, there was no movement. There was no transient. There were no people booking these places, and they were still on the hook for their leases. They were still on the hook for their mortgages. So we've always done Airbnb differently. And in fact, this part of my real estate business I have set up as a joint venture with my sister, who owns a very successful cleaning company. And we started out by actually going to AirDNA, it's a website that we've used to be able to canvas and see all the data and see what states and municipalities and towns that we wanted to be in where there was #1 demand, there was opportunity for good rents, and there was opportunity for what we're going to share with you next, which is our TPO system. It's a 3-step process that we actually follow in using and utilizing in our business to make it very successful. So there are 3 pillars to this business, and in order to facilitate it, we actually set up a system called TPO, which stands for targets, proposals, and options. So step 1 is our targeting, and that's where we actually establish our customer or the people who actually can use our service, such as Airbnb underperformers, corporate and LLC owners, absentee owners, and also vacant properties. These are all high motivation owners and sellers who actually need a service. They need someone to be able to help them facilitate and get to the next level where they're going through a strain. Maybe they've had their property on Airbnb, it's underperformed. They have not basically gotten a lot of bookings because they don't know what they're doing. We go specifically for corporate and LLC owners, not individual owners or bank-owned properties. And that's simply because the corporate and LLC owners have more of a business mentality. They will actually look at what we're proposing and they will see the sense in it. That's what we found is an easier sell and it's an easier move for our business to be able to thrive because these people already understand business. They're not an individual owner looking to actually have the mentality of keeping the property to themselves. They actually want movement. They want to be able to make money from the property and monetize it, and we bring that to the table. Similarly, with a vacant property, these people actually have the property sitting there. It's probably giving them more municipal headaches, more taxes, more issues, and they want to be able to get movement out of the property. So when we share our system with them, it makes sense and they move forward. Similarly, absentee owners are people who are actually out of state, but they actually own properties within a specific state. And there are many reasons why absentee owner will be motivated, not just financially, but also logistically. Number two, and the second step in our TPO system will be a proposal. So this is where we introduce terms and a solution to their problem. All of these people actually have one issue or another, and they're looking for a direct solution that's tailor-made, tailor-fit for their issue. And this is where we actually introduce that, and it's a win-win every single time. Number three, and the third step in our TPO system would be options. This is where we give the owner choices. We've given them the terms, we've given them a solution to their problem in the last step, and now we're actually here where we can give them a choice to make from what we have to offer, which means that if they're in an Airbnb, we can give them probably a profit share agreement where we actually then facilitate the entire process, where we're not laying out money, we're not taking on the ownership of the lease or the property. However, we're facilitating and moving the unit, we're moving the space, we're moving it for them, where we have a win-win profit share scenario. It could be 20%, it could be 40%. We have different negotiation tiers that we actually give the owner, but that really turns out to be a win-win every single time, because they've been in a position where the property is not moving, is not monetizing, and we have now moved the property forward to start to monetize for them. So this TPO system is fairly simple. We show you how to actually find the targets, meaning the audience, the people who actually will need your service. We also show you the tools that you're going to need, which, like I shared before, it's going to be your phone, it's going to be your laptop, and it's going to be probably an e-signature system. We use Download. It's $29 a month, but that it basically allows you to be able to send your profit share agreement to anyone, anywhere across the country. They can e-sign it and the deal is done. So this is what we're doing all across the country. We're dealing with multiple properties, controlling and owning them from state to state. No restriction. We're actually doing more deals now because the targets are so many. The people that are in need are so many. And the great thing about this system is the fact that you can actually make yourself a target. You can use this to utilize this for your own house. Let's say you're in a situation where you have to reinstate your mortgage. You need to come up with the forbearance money. Well, we teach you how to actually generate the income to be able to get your forbearance money to reinstate your mortgage. That's very key. You can make yourself a target. You can likely utilize this in your own home to monetize your home in many different ways. Not only through just Airbnb, but also rent to own, because we actually merged the two. So who is this for? Well, it's for everyone that wants to know how to control real estate. If you're a wholesaler, if you're a beginner investor, if you're a realtor, if you are an investor that's avid and seasoned and you want to learn another creative way to be able to monetize and make money on real estate, not just in your own market, but virtually. If you want to know how to monetize real estate, we show you how to do this nationwide. You don't have to just own the house that you live in. You can own the house that you live in, and you can own multiple other properties without debt. You can actually own multiple properties in multiple states, just like we do. We show you all the multiple targets and secret targets that have actually been extremely lucrative, with win-win scenarios every single time we approach them. These are unique and exclusive targets, unique, exclusive areas of real estate, and people who are in motivated situations that need help, and that we bring this service to them, and it's been a win-win every single time. So I'm actually going to be sharing more about this in our rent-to-own masterclass. If you'd like to learn more, if you'd like to get access to our Airbnb profit share agreement, which I include in the masterclass, make sure you actually go to our website, AskRinde.com, click on rent-to-own, and get started today. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video. Please, if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until next time, thank you so much for watching.